Hi, everyone. It's the end of the season. It's a beautiful October day, and uh, I'm going to do some cleaning of my equipment. Now, most of you have just a rod and a reel, and you're going to clean one bit of equipment, and it's not a very big deal. But I teach fly fishing classes, and I teach them to groups of people, and um, just to give you an idea of the equipment I have to take care of today is, as you can see, this is only half the fly rods I have. I have I think about 30 fly rods and maybe another 20 or 30 casting rods. And, you got to take care of this stuff. Luckily, the fly rods I've been picking them up over the years, and they've lasted pretty well. I have to change the lines periodically, but if you keep them up, they're in pretty good shape. Most of these are for casting on the lawn, but often after we go and we cast in ponds, and the primary problem is um, algae. Basically, algae gets on them. So every year, uh, as part of my maintenance, um, I have to pull off the line, give it a cleaning, and it's a pretty straightforward process. Uh, I talked to some people that are in the line manufacturing business. Luckily, in Michigan, we have scientific anglers here, and one of the scientists told me that most modern fly lines have the plasticizers are already built into them. So in the old days, people would put Armor All and all kinds of stuff on them, and I have used those silicone, line cleaner materials. But he pretty much told me that really to keep a line up, you just want to keep it clean. Um, so what he told me was basically just strip off your line. And again, I have a lot now. Probably most of my students never have gone this far into their line anyway, so that's as far as I'm going to go. Um, I'm going to take. You can either use a paper towel or a microfiber cloth. And he said just put any kind of cleaner on it. This is that's what that is. And then basically you just get your line, you stick it through there, and just run it through. And I'm not reeling at this point because I want it to dry. I'm going to clean it off. Let's see how dirty this one is once I run it through. Usually at this point too, I'm also checking to see if the ends of my lines are in good shape. Um, Most of my lines don't have a loop on the end. What I've done is, if you can see here, I basically take some pretty heavy monofilament, about 25 pound monofilament. I tie a nail knot, and then I have a loop attached to that, and then that's what loops onto my leaders. So I'll check my leaders too. But let's see if we got any dirt on that. As you can see, you probably can tell a little bit. Not too bad though, just a little bit of dirt on there. Um, so I'm going to run it back through, and I'm going to run it through the opposite way, actually with a paper towel, just as a drying thing. And I'll run it back. And if you weren't here with me, I'd be having some music on right now. Mostly the blues. I like the blues. So I'd be listening to some Lead Belly or something right now. Okay, and I've got that all set, and then now I'm going to reel it in. And I'm a, by the way, I'm a right-handed reeler, so I'm going to reel it with my right hand backwards, using my fingers to kind of shift this thing back and forth on my reel. and this rod will be ready for spring. But as you can tell, I have to do a lot of these reels, but it's not a big deal. The other thing that you may want to check, and as I'm reeling back, I'm feeling, and on this particular rod, the way you take it apart, some rods have like a little lever there. On these particular LL Bean ones, it's a screw removal. And what I'll do is I'll take it apart and I'll look inside and see if there's a lot of dirt and dust. And in this one there is, and I'm just going to wipe it off. If it was really crunchy under this part that spins, I would take that off and just put a little grease in there. But this one, it's a nice simple clean. You can see it's gotten a little dirty. I'll put that reel back on there. And this guy is ready to go for next year. Okay? Another 30 more to go and I'll be done. I won't bore you with that. But that's pretty much it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers here, so please, 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 doesn't cost you anything. Please subscribe. I'm not trying to monetize, it's just a personal goal of mine to get up to 1,000. So I'm going to keep the tips coming whether you subscribe or not, but help me out. All right, we'll see ya. See you fishing.